Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome to our presentation today, Stages of Change. Boy, do we have a lot of changes in our world today. I'm your facilitator, Dr. Yolonda Young Simmons, and we want to talk about adapting to change, what it means to change, how we can make change more comfortable. Let's get started. Once again, we provide online training. I'm with Free and One, and we make training available to everyone. If you're interested, take a screenshot of our email address and give us an email or check out our website because we believe in online training to make it available to everyone. Understanding our growth and development and rewards of change. This presentation will focus on how people grow and develop in their childhood and teenage years and adulthood. Understanding growth, development, and rewards. There's rewards to change, but sometimes it's so emotional. It's just so hard that we don't always see the rewards in a healthy way. Instead, we become fearful. Can you imagine at the job, all of a sudden you're having a team meeting and they said there's some changes ahead and everybody gets a little nervous. So this change stages of change was developed by these researchers, James and Carlo, and they were doing it was like in the 1980s, and they were doing a program, a survey for a smoking cessation, and they developed the stages of change. And we've used this in social workers, counselors. Stages of change is just widely adapted to help clients make long-lasting behavior changes. Understanding the change process for ourselves and others, it can be an effective way to achieve the primary goals. And that's why we want to see the 5 steps they have: pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. So let's talk a little bit about it. Pre-contemplation. No intentions of changing whatsoever. You're just contemplating and not moving nowhere. Contemplation may consider the change. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. Let me think about it, and going nowhere. It's just contemplating and preparing and sometimes getting ready, making plans. Sometimes I find myself in the preparation stage a little too long because I never get to the action stage on some of the things I want to change. But some change happen without our permission and the changes occur. And when it occurs, we have to be prepared. The person tends to take action soon and may take small steps for those plans, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in action. The individual is actively changing your behavior, you're changing what you think about, and taking the first steps towards change into action. And the last step is maintenance, trying to be consistent in that change. It's important. These are the steps that they have in this 5 stages of change model: pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and maintenance. And which I just know for me, sometimes, as I admitted before, step 3, I can be in preparation a little longer than I anticipate. But I hope to take action and move forward, understanding the stages of change. So why is it so difficult? It's difficult because we have comfort zone. It requires people to step out of the comfort zone. And I think that's it. And the fear of the unknown and lack of confidence. I think all of that together makes it very difficult to change because you have a fear. And then you have some people that just have a need to control. They have control issues and they feel that they lose control. I could have added another little arrow here after lack of confidence of losing control issues, and that makes it difficult to change. And sometimes you stay in the comfort zone too long and don't make the necessary change. But change can be beneficial. The stages of change. There you are, that's you. And as a child, you think different. Every stage, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, change is going to occur. And as a teen, you act different. You think different as a child, you act different as a teen, and you reason different as an adult. All of these changes happen, and sometimes all of these changes are very gradual. And because they're gradual, it's okay. So some changes causes stress and frustration. Other changes are just gradual changes. And so people devote their passion to their purpose. If your passion equals your purpose, it's easier to change. You do those things you enjoy doing. You find what you devote more time to it. When you devote that time to change, all of a sudden you feel more comfortable. There's nothing uneasy about it. The passion adds to the purpose. You devote the time and then you educate yourself more. Things you make time for will trigger a change. And when you trigger a change, you have a sense of well-being. You feel comfortable because you're committed to that change. Because the goal here is to change. So how do we change? How we get through those steps? This is how we get through those steps. We commit our time. We commit to change after we commit to that time. And then you're devoted. Your passion leads to your purpose. All of a sudden, you're passionate about the change. Some of these changes, as I said before, they may not be comfortable. It may not be what you wanted, but it may have been God given opportunities for you. And you never know where God is placing you. It may feel uncomfortable in the beginning, but all of a sudden you find out these shoes fit really well. So you have to be in tune to what God has for you. Passion and talents, uniquely made for God given. You are uniquely made. Nobody is made like you. Nobody will do what you do. And some of this, it will drive you to grow. Discovering your voice reflection may be challenging but extremely rewarding. It pushes you to a new level of assurance and confidence with positive strategies that help you develop your subconscious. And all of a sudden, long term habits will be rewarding. And you discover that you take action in service to others, all of a sudden God has placed you in a position that you have God-given talents. You discover who you are. You're not hindered by the possibility of change or what change will happen to you, but because you pursue your passion and your talents and you serve others, all of a sudden you feel good because you know you're called by God to do it, and God will equip you to do it well. It reminds me of the story of Moses, who didn't want to go out to the people because he said he stuttered. But God gave him a voice. God said, "Don't worry, I will be with you." And sure enough, Moses did a remarkable job in the position that he was in to serve others. So take action in servants to others. Cultivate your talents. Think, prepare, take action. Because when you do that in service to others and you adapt to change, I'm telling you, it brings such joy. Because once you're in the God given space where God has called you to be, you can fulfill the Great Commission that you will help others to understand the love of God. You can also be fruitful and multiply in who you are because God made you unique to do a greater work for Him. And that's what's important, that we share the love, adapt to change. Don't just get stuck and not make any movement because you're stopping your joy. Make an investment. Make an investment in you. Take the right turns in life. Make the right choices. Make the right choices in God. God got your back. You don't have to worry. Release all of the stress, frustration, and anxiety that will come. Release the control and give it to God. Lay it all on the altar. Give it to God. Walk by faith and not by sight. And God will be right at your side. Hello, and thank you so very much for joining us. I'm Dr. Yolonda Young Simmons, and I thank you so much because I just wanted to remind you that God uses ordinary people to do extraordinary things, and you might be that one. I know you can do it. Walk by faith and not by sight. God is waiting for you to change and be ready for the change and have a passion for it, and God has given you the ability to do great things. Don't hesitate. Be fruitful and multiply. In Jesus' name, I thank you for letting me be of service. And if you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe so that you can get more information from us. Thank you so very much. God bless.